Everything, and I mean everything, is about to change. What I'm about to reveal isn't a rumour, it isn't guesswork, and it certainly isn't gossip. This is the real deal. A trusted insider, deep within the walls of SNK, someone with direct access to the development team, and no, I won't name names, but let's just say they're closer to Terry Bogard than his own hat, has provided me with some juicy, never-before-heard information. This person has graciously and sneakily leaked to me the entire plot of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. What I've seen is beyond anything I expected. We're talking jaw-dropping character returns, alliances you'd never believe, betrayals that'll leave long-time fans stunned, and a climax so bold it might just divide the entire fighting game community. This isn't just lore expansion, it's lore detonation! The kind of narrative twist that rewrites decades of SNK history in one swoop. When I say this leak is insane, I mean it with every fibre of my being. My mind has officially been blown, so without further ado, let me share with you all how this story picks up after Goru, and yes, Ronaldo's role goes far deeper than just being another fighter on the base roster. This earth-shattering leak explains how he connects to the lore, what drives him, and how his presence shifts the entire balance of a narrative. If this turns out to be accurate, which I know almost certainly that it is, then this could be the most ambitious Fatal Fury game ever written. So, keeping all of this in mind, hello ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy Top Hat here. Let me present to you the Fatal Fury City of the Wolves plot Giga Leak. Yeah! Fighting games, they're great fun, aren't they? And if you are watching a video like this, I am almost certain you must love them too. Right now, you can get Mortal Kombat 1 with a bone-crunching 65% off, Tekken 8 with a mighty 64% off, and Street Fighter 6 is a staggering 74% off, plus huge discounts on character passes to round out your rosters. In fact, by using my link via the pinned comment, you can get up to 90% off of thousands of different titles, no matter what genre you love, so happy shopping. Anyway, a highly reliable source, someone I've been in contact with for quite some time now, reached out to me yesterday with an email that quite frankly rocked my world. Inside was a full breakdown of the plot for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, including exactly how the most controversial addition to the roster, Cristiano Ronaldo, fits into the lore. So rather than keep this to myself, I'm going to read to you everything they sent me. So brace yourself to hear this insane new plot. It reads, years after the last King of Fighters tournament shook the globe, a new mysterious World Martial Arts Championship is announced, the Riddia Rumble. Lavishly sponsored by the re-emerging Howard Connection, now backed by an anonymous sovereign wealth fund, the tournament promises the largest cash prize in combat sports history, as well as state-of-the-art training facilities and something darker beneath the surface. Enter Cristiano CR7 Ronaldo, the globally renowned football icon whose career is rumoured to be winding down, but whose physique and reflexes suggest otherwise. Shockingly, CR7 is announced not as a guest, but as a fighter, having trained secretly for years under the Howard Connection in Saudi Arabia. As it turns out, Ronaldo has now found new purpose, not on the pitch, but in the arena, acting as the face of Howard's soft power offensive, marketing the tournament as the ultimate display of male dominance, sportsmanship, and elite supremacy. Geese Howard, revived after a mysterious disappearance years earlier, is now older, but more cunning than ever. Having embraced oil-backed riches and regional influence, Geese repositions himself as a visionary global entrepreneur, complete with a private jet with a marble interior and a skyline tower bearing his name. He offers fighters glory, sponsorship deals, and beachfront penthouses in Neom, all in exchange for loyalty. But this isn't just brand loyalty, we're talking total allegiance, public endorsements, unwavering obedience, and a willingness to carry out Geese's will both inside and outside the ring. For those who sign on, it's wealth and power beyond imagination. For those who refuse, well, let's just say not every fighter makes it to their next match. As the tournament unfolds, Terry Bogard and the old Fatal Fury crew begin to smell something rotten. Fighters are disappearing without a trace. Broadcasts are mysteriously censored mid-match, and winners who decline partnership deals with Geese's syndicate are quietly erased from the bracket and from memory. Foreign journalists not covering the event favourably are detained and deported. Negative social media posts about the tournament vanish, and security drones patrol the skies with unnerving precision. Beneath the glitz and glamour, it's clear that the tournament is not just a sporting event, it's a finely tuned propaganda machine. The crowd is handpicked, media coverage is tightly controlled, and anyone who questions the official narrative is swiftly and silently removed. But far more sinister is what lies beneath the arena itself. Energy readings suggest that Geese has tapped into a long-buried force, hidden deep beneath the desert sands, a volatile ancient power known as the Sacred Flame of the Jinn. Said to grant strength, influence, even immortality through conflict, its extraction fuels Geese's empire, but at a devastating cost. The digging, the siphoning, the infrastructure, all carried out by an invisible workforce, trafficked in from poorer nations, forced into silence, and buried under layers of non-disclosure and brutality. The land is scarred, the skies darkened with smoke, and yet Geese calls it progress. To the world, he's a visionary. To those beneath his boots, he's something far worse. Ronaldo, initially appearing as a puppet and PR asset, slowly reveals himself to be far more dangerous. He's not just fighting for money, he believes in the cause. Brainwashed? Perhaps. Or perhaps this is the real CR7. Ambitious, ruthless, and determined to be remembered forever, even if it means becoming a dark phoenix of sport. The plot of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is packed with jaw-dropping twists, betrayals, and power plays that completely reframe the world as we know it. From shocking character transformations to sinister corporate schemes, the narrative delivers moment after moment of sheer chaos and spectacle. Here are just a few of the most pivotal events that drive this explosive story forward. In one chapter titled Ronaldo vs Terry Bogard, the Fall of a Legend, we see in the tournament's most watched broadcast, Ronaldo debuts his devastating hybrid martial arts style known as Striker Flow, a fusion of precision footwork, explosive speed and bone-breaking impact. The world watches in disbelief as he humiliates Terry Bogard live on global television, finishing him with a gravity-defying bicycle kick that becomes an instant viral sensation. The message is clear, this isn't Terry's world anymore. The age of legacy fighters is over, and Ronaldo is the future. Later, Andy Bogard infiltrates the Neon Palace in a chapter titled Beneath the Flame. Disguised as a visiting envoy, Andy sneaks into the heart of Geese Howard's desert citadel, the Neon Palace. There, buried beneath layers of security and artificial luxury, he discovers the horrific truth. Geese has begun fusing ancient dark ki with the volatile energy harvested from deep beneath the desert. The result, Eternal Flame Ki, a raw, unstable force capable of granting unnatural power at a terrible environmental and human cost. The facility is guarded not just by soldiers, but by the chained spirits of the tortured remnants of those sacrificed to fuel the process. In a further chapter titled Joe Higashi's $1 billion betrayal, clout over honor, Joe is approached by Geese's syndicate with a staggering offer, $1 billion and an exclusive brand ambassadorship if he turns against the Bogards. In a shocking turn, Joe accepts, laughing off his past allegiances and claiming he's finally getting the respect he deserves. But moments later, he flips the betrayal again, double-crossing Geese's forces in a live-streamed spectacle purely to boost his following. Joe doesn't care who wins, he's chasing legacy through fame, even if it means becoming a wild card in a war he barely understands. Just as shockingly, in a chapter titled My Shiranui confronts Ronaldo, the legacy debut, Mai, disillusioned by what the tournament has become, corners Ronaldo in a tense one-on-one outside the arena. She confronts him not as a fighter, but as a symbol, demanding to know why he's abandoned humility, tradition, and the honour of his own sport. Ronaldo, unflinching, delivers a chilling line, "I am not your idol, I am your legacy." To him, Mai and her generation are nobodies, stepping stones on his ascent to myth. In his mind, history will remember him, and he will rewrite what it means to be a warrior in this new, hyper-commercialized world. The history of King of Fighters means absolutely nothing to him. One of the most intriguing features of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is its branching endings, a bold new direction for the series that gives players agency over the fate of its characters and the world itself. The choice you make, the allegiances you forge, and even the style in which you win your final battle will determine how the story concludes. It all builds to a climactic endgame where the lines between hero and villain blur, and the future of the world and beyond hangs in the balance. In the final chapter titled Geese Howard 2030, The Final Reckoning, Geese Howard, now fully consumed by power and Petro Ki, unleashes his ultimate form. Geese Howard 2030, a colossal techno-demonic hybrid fueled by sovereign billions, cursed flame, and the howling fury of sandstorm energy. Towering, godlike, and surrounded by fire, blackened winds, he declares the beginning of a new world order. But the big twist is, only one man can stand against him. Cristiano Ronaldo. But by now, cracks have formed in his iron resolve. He's seen the cost, the suffering, the ghosts in the sand. Now, as the battle begins, he must decide where his true loyalties lie. The final choice is left to the player. Cristiano can side with Geese, embrace the Empire, rule the world as his heir, a champion of control and industry, or turn on Geese, rebel against everything he stood for, tear down the system he helped build, no matter the cost. But for skilled players, there is a secret ending, only unlocked if you KO Geese with Ronaldo's cinematic football combo finisher. In this bittersweet epilogue, Ronaldo walks alone into the desert, stripped of titles, of power, and of purpose, whispering one final line: "I just wanted to be remembered." Now, I don't know about you, but the idea of Cristiano Ronaldo, already one of the richest and most powerful figures in the history of sport, selling his soul to a morally questionable regime just to further inflate his ego and feed his unchecked god complex, that's fascinating. It's like a twisted sports drama wrapped into a fighting game, with just the right amount of dystopian madness. The sheer audacity of that storyline alone has me hooked, and I genuinely can't wait to see what happens next in this unbelievable tale. Comment below and let me know what you think of this wild new plot. Does it fit into the world of Fatal Fury, or has SNK gone completely off the rails in the best way possible? I'm genuinely curious to hear how you think this all stacks up against a classic lore, so sound off and let's get the debate going. Also, don't forget that right now you can get Mortal Kombat 1 with a bone-crunching 65% off, Tekken 8 with a mighty 64% off, and Street Fighter 6 at a staggering 74% off, plus huge discounts on character passes to round out your roster. In fact, by using my link via the pinned comment, you can get up to 90% off of thousands of different titles, no matter what genre you love. And even better, it supports uploads like this simultaneously. Don't be fools, pick up a deal, and cheerio.